Hello and welcome back. So, I know the title of this streaming series is called Coding, Chilling and Reading, and I haven't been doing a lot of reading. So today's episode will be all about reading some articles or learning, general learning stuff without coding. Maybe I'll code a bit, but I'm not so sure. I also have uh, my friend here. Uh, it's red wine mixed with cola. So I'm gonna sip on it while I learn. One thing that I wanted to do, so we're gonna start immediately, is this article. Whence the new line. So let's see what this is about. Okay, so it's in, what's this? What language is this? It's Rust. No, thank you. What we removed. I don't hate Rust, I just don't know it enough to read something about it. Rust needs a web framework. I think this is also... Gleam is pragmatic. What the hell is Gleam, bruh? So, let me just get you on board with what I'm doing. I'm having a channel, I'm learning on it. Stuff related to my trade. I'm a computer programmer, I'm a front-end developer, but I'm also interested in more complex domains. So, sometimes I'm just reading, learning, whatever, whatever I grab my hands on it. Unit tests as documented. Wait, let me just... Yeah. AI PCs aren't good at AI. The CPU beats the NPU. What's this? It's a benchmarking. No, I'm not interested in this. FTC announces click to cancel rule, making it easier to cancel subscriptions. I don't know how interested in this I am. Archivebox is evolving the future of self-hosted internet archives. Oh, actually, let me... What? Yeah, I wanted to because I know that archive.org was attacked. Big changes are coming to Archivebox. New features coming to the future of self-hosted internet archives. Plugin ecosystem, P2P sharing between instances, Cloudflare CAPTCHA solving. Now, this is the point in which I'm too ashamed to say that I don't know what means in this instance. What P2P means. Peer-to-peer. Of course. Here's a breakdown of what it likely means in this scenario. So P2P is a decentralized method where two or more entities share resources or data directly without relying on a central server. In P2P sharing between instances, each instance acts as both client and a server. So what this means? Instances. What are instances? Virtual machines, applications, or nodes in a cloud or distributed system. P2P sharing would imply that these instances exchange data, files, or resources directly among each other. So what are some examples? Distributed. Okay. So come here. In the wake of the recent attack against archive.org. So what happened on archive.org? So Archivebox has been getting some increased attention from people wondering how to self-host their own internet archives. I used to solely depend on the Wayback Machine to automate archiving pages. Now I'm archiving web pages using Selenium Python package on archive.ph and ghostarchive.org. might self-host here. ArchiveBox is a strong supporter of archive.org and their mission to preserve all of human knowledge. We've been donating for years and we urge you to do the same. They provide an invaluable service for all of the humanity. We condemn the DDoS and defacement of their site and hope it never happens again. Realistically though, they are an attractive target for people who want to suppress information or start IP lawsuits. And this may not be the last time it happens. So, is this just like an advertisement article? In an era where fear of public scrutiny is very tangible, people are afraid of archiving things for eternity. As a result, people choose not to archive at all, effectively erasing that history for... unrelated to archiving, I once had a scenario in which a kid in my elementary school left a nasty comment on a page related to, I think it was a girl or something, and he basically wrote my name under the comment, my full name. So when I started university, and that happened like 10 years away from when I started university, maybe not 10, 8 years away from when I started university, I showed this to my friend and he thought it was so funny. He showed it to everyone else, basically putting this Google search to the first place. And when I started looking for jobs, I think like recruiters are Googling me and seeing this thing on the first page of Google. And basically for half a year, I was getting like declines. So I pinged the administrator of, it was like a blogging site. I said, please, can you remove this? So they did. So sometimes archiving something can be bad. It can be detrimental to someone else. We think people should have the power to archive what matters to them. Yeah, what matters to them on an individual basis. Who cares about saving stuff? All of us have content that we care about, that we want to see preserved, but privately. Families might want to preserve their photo albums of Facebook, Flickr, or Instagram. That is also an interesting point. Like 5-10 years ago, it was almost inconceivable that a behemoth of social networks like Facebook could one day cease existing. But now, with those modern and hip social networks, Facebook is losing its traction. Is Facebook losing traction? Maybe I should ask this ChatGPT. How many new users does it have? How many active users does it have? Okay, ChatGPT is one generator. Let me just get a refill of my bamboo drink. I'm coming back in maybe 20 seconds. Red wine is healthy for you, by the way. As of 2024, searched for 6 sites. This is cool. This is cool that ChatGPT now has references to what it does. Facebook continues to show significant engagement, but there are signs of shifting dynamics. The platform currently boasts 3.2 billion monthly users, monthly active users, and 2.1 billion daily active users. Wait. Facebook daily active users. Facebook daily active users. History. There's no way that Facebook is growing. Is Facebook growing? Daily active. Yeah, it's 2 billion. 2 billion. User growth rate. So yeah, look, I think it's normal for Facebook to hit its growth spurts early on and to reduce it as time passes, because you know how many people are there. Most of everyone that's already on Facebook is on Facebook, but India, United, what the fuck? 400 million people, 375 people are from India. Most use social platforms. So Facebook is still the biggest social media platform worldwide. I thought that TikTok overtook it, but no. There's no way that they are 67% of people aged 18 to 29 on Facebook. Well, there's no fucking way. Yeah, of course the boomers are. Of course the boomers spend the most time on Facebook. Okay. So, no, I'm not interested in you. Facebook user base. Okay. Can you give me a historical can you give me historical information on daily active users on Facebook? Is this the peak? I don't think this is the peak. Interestingly, the majority of Facebook users access the platform through mobile devices, making up 98.5. Wow. I remember when Facebook didn't even have a mobile app. Yeah, those were the good times. Okay, so Facebook actually reached the peak in 2024. I expected it to lose traction, honestly. Around 2021, we're under 2 billion. Okay. So to be honest, I expected Facebook to not grow, but it keeps growing for some reason. Individuals might want to save the bookmarks, social feeds, or chats from Signal or Discord. What if the content is evil? There's also content that unfairly benefits from the existence of free public archives like archive.org. So Archivebox has a new plugin ecosystem. So what the hell is Archivebox? Try out the beta. So how does this work? Are users gonna be able to share their archives between each other? Like you'll create your channel of archives that you have, Yeah, someone is gonna have curated board archives. REST API. Okay, interesting. Oh, let me check about this. The Internet Archive is under attack with a breach revealing info for 31 million accounts. When visiting the Internet Archive on Wednesday afternoon, you are greeted with a pop-up claiming the site has been hacked. So it has been confirmed, and he did this on Twitter. Fuck. So, wow, they even got passwords. .54% of the accounts were already in his database. In post on his account, Hunt gave further details on the timeline, including contacting the Internet Archive about the breach on October 6th and moving forward. Okay. Too bad. I used the Internet Archive a lot. Man, it was a good site. I mean, it still exists, right? Nothing was cleaned or removed. Archivebox is awesome, and we'd love to be more awesome and sustainable. I've posted issues and PRs for showstopper issues that took months to get merged in. Okay, so we need Archivebox to be a real thing. Oh, this is really interesting. How do people imagine? So, this guy inherited a boat, wanted to find more information about the boat. He couldn't because the boat was built and made in the 60s, and there's not a lot of information now. It could have been like 10 or 20 or 25 years ago on internet forums. So he used archive sites to find data, and he stored it on Archivebox. But these days, the kind of info would be locked up in a closed Discord chat somewhere. Why is Discord so became so famous, man? No idea. The brutalist. I think I read this. It's a boring article. Single page app, life, death, and retirement. When Earth had the rings. When Earth had the rings. Now this is a pop science article that I want to read, definitely. Oh, I also have some YouTube videos. I hope I can stream them. I think YouTube belongs under fair use. Basically, as long as you leave a comment, leave your own commentary on it, it's fair use. So hopefully it will be okay. So inert headerings, let me read about this. We outsmart, okay, I'm interested in this. I built the most over-engineered deal with it emoji generator. A modern Minecraft server written in Rust, SQLite 3 WebAssembly. All possible plot by major authors. Where should I ask? String versus pointer to a string. I'm interested in this. Cognitive load. I'm interested in this. I already opened this. I think it's a good thing that that lobsters focus more on IT and technology than on general science, because sometimes I want to read something about, I don't know, Talos Linux, which I couldn't find in Hacker News because it's dug deep below all the other information, which is also quite interesting depending on what you like. Ah. Okay, I just downed. I drank everything I had. How to write a blog post about how to monetize a blog. What? Oh, the seat. Okay, this is something that I want to, to know about more. Why make software? Okay, tell me please. Tell me please. So let me just curse trust, single page app to be born in a bag, inert headerings. I think I can remove this because I'm gonna. Fuck, I forgot how this app. Oops, sorry. Man, there's a great, fuck me. Yeah, it works now. There's a like exact moment, the Goldilocks zone, when you are just tipsy enough to be hyper focused, but not drunk enough to do something reckless. And I'm in that moment right now. So how we outsmarted CSGO cheaters with identity logger, the world of CSGO server operation. So Mo founded an Australian based and New Zealand. Sorry, people always forget New Zealand when they'll talk about this area of the world. I think both Australia and New Zealand are part of Oceania. They share a lot of similar culture, at least. So yeah, let's group them together. CSGO community called Invest Gaming, which was active in this period. Okay, so we had a good community, blah 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 blah. So wait, is this starting from all time? Okay. So a lot of work a lot of work. Sorry, I just want to see how long this article is. A lot of work was involved in maintaining a gaming community. So, okay, you need to maintain the infrastructure. You need to manage costs. You need to add new content. Fixing their hitboxes. What the fuck?
Alright, hey guys, it's Byte here, and I got a tutorial for you on how to fix up CSGO models and attachments. So before I get started, you're going to need a few tools. You're going to need Crowbar, just to use to decompile and compile model files. You'll need CSGO SDK for the Half-Life model viewer, and just any text editor. I'm using Notepad++ here. Alright, so the actual problem is in CSGO and also other source games.
So, sorry for interrupting you. I think this is... I just apologize to a YouTube video for interrupting him. I think this is relatable only to custom models, right?
Modeling files. You're gonna have various models. Let me just open the one I wanna fix today. Right, so you're gonna have various models that have hitboxes that are not quite perfect. So we have this model right here, Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. And if I press Control H to bring up the hitboxes, you see it's using one of the default CT hitboxes. For CSGO, this is one of the CT skins. I think it's the FBI skin. And as you can see, the hitbox isn't exactly perfect. It doesn't align with the mesh properly. So for example, at the top here, the head, which is probably the most important part of the hitbox, you can see if you shoot a bullet right above the head, where there is no where the mesh is not there. If the bullet connects, that's going to do damage. You can see the body, it's like way too wide here, and that's going to pretty much cause issues. The feet as well, just way too big. The hitbox is too big. And yeah, pretty much these are not ideal. And to fix them, what you really want to do is you want to shrink these hitboxes as much as possible so they're barely bigger than the actual...
How do you do this? What application is this? It's a model... it's a model file, but where? How did the user open? So it must be a Half-Life 2 or Valve related modeling
body part, or barely bigger than the actual mesh. So we're gonna pretty much transform this hitbox into one that's pretty much close to perfect, or as close to as perfect as you can get. Mesh properly, and we'll also be checking attachments and fixing the position of attachments. You can left click to just drag the model around. If you go to the sequence tab, you can change the sequence or the animation that is being played out. What you want to do is lock the frame on frame 0, just so it doesn't keep animating. And yeah. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to keep the sequence on either ragdoll or reposition to idle at frame 0. This is a very generic pose, and it's really easy to make the hitboxes we want.
Sorry, let me just get my beer also for my fridge. Now listen to this. Let me just clean it a bit. I heard that rats can be running on pallets of these cans of not only beer but also Coke and Red Bull. So you need to clean it if you don't want to get, I don't know, the Black Plague or something. So listen. Now listen to this. Okay. Let's continue.
For this pose. Alright, so if we press Ctrl H again to bring up the hitboxes, these are the hitboxes currently in the model. Before we can edit the model, we need to decompile it and recompile it. So we'll bring up Crowbar to do that. So let's bring up Crowbar.
What is Crowbar?
Alright, to bring up Crowbar, we want to go to the decompile tab. You don't really need to change any of these options. Just leave everything on default. So we have the various files compiled, and you want to add these lines here and this line here. So if we remove this sequence and the corresponding animation and save and then recompile, and there we go, and then it's done. So now if we just load in this new model that we decompiled, so we want to go into, and by the way, this is the this is the folder, my CSGO folder with the path to this model. So this was the original model files, and this is the new one that I just compiled. So if I load this in, and again, if we look at the hitboxes, we now have auto-generated hitboxes, and these are the ones that the model compiler auto-generates, and they're pretty decent. If you don't have any hitboxes at all, they can generate a fairly decent hitbox. But they're obviously not ideal. There's still many improvements that can be made. The main one.
How Counter-Strike is created. I haven't played it in Actually, I wanted to say I haven't played it in a long time, but I did play it quite recently. I think like maybe 4 years ago on my old work. We used to play it after work, but on my old workplace. But so I assume all of these are hitboxes, and all of these, every box deals different amount of damage.
Is like the head, it's not spherical. So CSGO supports spherical and rectangular hitboxes. Other games only support rectangular hitboxes.
Okay, how did you
Boxes
fix?
from old model. What I'm also going to do is just in a new tab, just paste the default hitbox.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, are these points? No, they're not points. What are these?
Boxes there, and mark this tab as read only, just so we don't accidentally delete anything or overwrite anything, just so we have a reference. Right. And whenever we make a change like this, what we want to do is just recompile the model. Don't have to do this all the time, but it's usually a good idea, just so the changes are reflected. And again, make sure you wait until we have the head and neck, which is red, and that's hitbox group 1. Hitbox group 2 is the upper body, which is green. Hitbox group 3 is the lower body, which is yellow. The left hand is purple, which is hitbox group 4. Hitbox group 5 is the right hand, which is pink. Hitbox group 6 is the left leg, which is cyan. And hitbox group 7 is the right leg, which is gray. Explaining the actual hitbox params in the QC file. So if we look at the QC file, we have this line like this. Like if we look at this first one, we have hbox, $hbox, space 0, space, and then in brackets pelvis. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Okay.
different numbers or floats separated by space characters. So what do they mean? We have hbox, then we have the group number, and the group number refers to the hitbox group. Then we have the specific bone name that hitbox is attached to, and that bone will determine the origin of the hitbox, where it starts out. And then we have the location and rotation properties. We have the min x, min y, min z, and the max x, max y, and max z. And those 2 points are going to determine the starting and ending position of the hitbox, like how big it is and just pretty much the location. On top of that, you can add rotation. You got rotation x, y, and z. And the final value is one that's unique, I think, to CSGO. I'm not sure if other games support spherical hitboxes, but this determines how spherical the hitbox is. A value of 0 would mean it's a rectangle, and the higher this value gets, the more spherical the hitbox gets.
Oh, cool.
So we'll experiment with that as well. We have leg lower R, which is the leg from kind of like the ankle, pretty much right here. Now once you have all that, you want to save, Control S. The pelvis is way too low because there's obviously, if you toggle it off and on, there's like a gap between the thighs, and there's a massive pelvis hitbox covering that. If you are strapped for time, you could probably leave it at this example, alien or something. You might want to have 2 to correctly represent the mesh, and that's fine to do. Just it's best to keep the number of overall hitboxes as low as possible, because that's going to be the best performance-wise. All these are used in collision detection algorithms, so you don't want to have too many. But yeah, in this case we only need 1, and in most cases, for most player models, you only need the defaults that we have here. But sometimes you'll need more. So I will do one for the head when I get to it, just to explain how 2 hitboxes would look like. But for now, we're just going to keep using 1. And then once you have the right bone selected, you want to click on highlight hitbox, and that's going to like show these editing tools. Now you can edit the hitbox in various ways. You can rotate, you can translate the min and the max, and all that does is pretty much use the model viewer to edit these values here. You can do this manually, but using the model viewer obviously makes it a lot easier. We will need to use the QC file to edit things like the sphere, because you can't do that from the model viewer. But for now, we're just going to go back to the model viewer. And let's say we wanted to rotate this around. And these color codes, blue, green, and red, correspond to pretty much the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. So in this case, let's rotate this alongside the red axis. So that's what that does there. So if it was like a bit misaligned, you could align it up just a bit. There's the green one. So hold up. And when you're rotating, the model viewer works in a weird way. What you want to do is you want to left click on the ring that you want to edit. So let's say I want to rotate alongside the red axis. I want to left click on the red, but I want to move my mouse cursor either to the left of the screen or the right of the screen. The right of the screen would increase it, the left decreases it. You don't want to move it in the direction of the axis. So what I mean by that is, let's say I want to edit this alongside the blue axis. Here, and save. For the foot, when I'm doing the lower, to reduce it or increase it, and I want it to be right about that knee area.
So, like, even the empty space is considered a hitbox, right? I mean, makes sense. It makes sense. So if someone hits you here, you're gonna get damage.
Right, okay. And what you want to do is when you're deciding where you should stop, you want to stop at the point where a little bit of the mesh can stick out. You don't have to cover it completely. Like if you have this, it's not a big deal if a bullet happens to just from this angle hit that tiny part of the mesh and not collide. If it means that you don't have to make the mesh too big and then have other parts hit when it shouldn't really
yeah,
hit.
makes sense.
So in this case, we're just gonna have it like sort of like here, from the back, maybe. So this probably needs to be, again, click the update. This probably needs to be rotated a bit. Also, when it comes to hitboxes, you want to make sure they overlap just a tiny bit, just to cover the entire mesh. If they don't, the best thing to do would be and yeah.
Well, that's it. Okay. Oh fuck! I hope the 3 seconds are not the copyrighted music. Fixing their hitboxes, preventing DDoS attacks. Okay. Regardless of the game, there will always be cheaters. Of course. You can detect them. You can use server-side code. You can rely on Valve anti-cheat systems. All these detection methods are great, but cannot automatically detect every cheat due to the constant back and forth. As a last resort, we rely on manual human analysis using CSGO demos that record all in-game activity 24/7. Our admins make a judgment call on whether a player was cheating. Okay. And then we need to permanently ban them. And they never, the cheaters, they don't like to be caught, and they never stop cheating. I can tell you the number of times a player was permanently banned for cheating, unbanned, and given a second chance, blah blah blah. Okay. How does one evade a ban? Ooh. The core mechanics behind a ban is that some place of identifiable, preferably unique information is used to deny you access to a service. So it's the IP address more common than not. And also a Steam ID. When a player is banned, we put their IP address and Steam ID on the no-deal ban list. This means Santa won't visit you this Christmas, and also you can't play on our service anymore. So there's a Steam IP address and there's a Steam ID. So this is the cheater. He connects. He has the IP ban check. He has the Steam ID ban check. He keeps getting banned, and he adds this is a method ban player, and you add it to the database. So the next time they failed these checks and they are not able to join anymore. So now he can create a new account, but he still can join because he's using the same IP address. Okay, this is logical. What happens if the player changes both their Steam ID and IP address in a single deciding move? But how often can they change this? Like if you ban them 2 or 3 times, I don't think they're gonna come back. Again, I don't think that's mentally well for both you as an administrator team and your player pool to have someone come back 3 times. When was this article written? 2024. So this is now a completely different player. There's no way to associate them with their previous bans on their Steam IDs or IP addresses because they are using fresh, never before seen identifiers. Unfortunately, this means the player is free to wreak havoc. If they get banned again, please rotate both identifiers together at once and continue ban evading. Yeah. Basically, I said this just now. Our analytics later revealed our most notorious cheater had access to seemingly endless IP addresses and over 87 Steam accounts that had purchased. What the fuck? How? Wait, where's mine? How much does CSGO cost on Steam right now? There's no way. I think CSGO is free, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting point. Having two players be on the same IP address. This is a really interesting point. Or share network like universities. I never thought about this while reading this. Wow. I'm not being funny, and I mean no disrespect, but cheaters are cunts. Okay. They're gonna become bigger cunts. Maybe have some more cunt kids. I don't know why this is strike through. I completely agree with this statement and this sentiment. So how did you handle this? Wow. You know what? I would really like that I was maybe 6 to 10 years younger so I can be part of these communities related to video games and reverse engineer their binaries and exploit the bugs and stuff like this. But you know, I'm almost on the wrong side of, no, how do you say, wrong side of 30? What does this mean? Wrong side of 30, what does it mean? So no, I'm on the wrong side of 20. I'm late 20s, early 30s. So I would like that I was younger, but I don't have time for this anymore. Okay, so they did this. This browser was commonly used by several operators. So there's a browser in CSGO, not related to Steam, that would open randomly. And he had cookies, of course. So this is how they were catching cheaters. It's really interesting how you can exploit different domains of an application. I mean, I don't know if exploit is a good word. Maybe manipulate for your own needs, and in this case, it's for the greater good of of the app and the players in it. So this is open source on GitHub. So yeah, I think it's fairly simple. Instead of having the IP check and Steam check, you also have this tracking ID check, and then you mash all of these together, and based on this, you ban bad actors, right? Oh, so they would open the browser in a hidden window every time a new player joins. Okay. Okay. And then banning started. Interesting. That's a really good article. Really good. It was well written. It was quite interesting. I like this. Oh, for Unreal Tournament 2004. I never played this. I saw videos of this. Gameplay. I hate these. Oh, I hate these ads. I remember I remember installing Unreal Tournament once, I think, and I couldn't find. I don't think I knew. I was a young kid. I was an idiot. I couldn't find servers to play on with different people, so I joined, I think, an empty server or something, or even I don't know if you could create servers locally. I don't think you. I don't know if you could create servers locally, but I think I was the only person. I remember this gun, this rocket launcher shotgun type of thing. I remember using it. I was alone on the map. It might have even been this map, and I was alone on it, and just shooting at nothing. You know, I was a kid, so you and it was before the time of TikToks and all the other brain rot short form social media. So I was quite entertained for at least an hour or two playing alone. But at the same time, I remember this clearly. It felt so. I'm missing the word in English. It felt not creepy, but it felt. It, the same feeling you have when you look at pictures of liminal spaces. It almost felt, I don't know, it's a weird thing to describe when you are alone on a server and trying to play a game. I think I even watched a video of someone describing liminal spaces in video games and why they might be creepy. Sorry, I'm blabbering too much. I remember this gun pretty clearly. Okay, now enough for me. You can ban by player GUID. The main solution we have today. Wait, is Unreal Tournament 04 still playing? Amazing. Amazing. Players from big countries often miss out on the sense of community that exists in smaller ones. When there are only 3-4 servers worth of people playing a game every day, you quickly come to know them all, which really adds to the banter and sense of enjoyment. I agree. Cool. I built the most over-engineered deal with it emoji generator. So what's this? Give him, what I wanted to say. Yeah, I was ashamed. I wanted to start streaming my journey of learning and reading and just being online. But I was always ashamed that I would appear stupid if I don't know what a deal with it generator. Like, what the fuck a deal with it generator is? Oh my fucking god. What, it just puts these glasses on someone? Okay. All operation done fully client-side, no backend, no private data leaves your browser. Use machine learning models to automatically scale and position glasses on detected faces. So if I click deal with it. No, I don't want to download, but it's really cool. I like it. Oh, there's a GitHub. This is 100% the kind of thing I was hoping for, where daydreaming what will internet be like for 20 years from now. Cool design, hilariously overpowered backend to do something basic, and zero of the corporate feeling or ad apocalypse. Awesome stuff. I love it. Let me look at source code. As you already know, I'm an front-end expert, which I'm not. Which I'm not. 193. If I was logged in, I would start this, but I'm not, so. All operations are done fully client-side, no backend, no private data leaves your browser. Uses media pipe face detector task. What's this? The media pipe face detector lets you detect faces in an image or a video. You can use this task to locate faces and facial features within a frame. This task uses a bunch blah blah blah. Okay, so it's an algorithm that detects faces, most probably. Okay, let's see what happens here. So deal with it. GIF emoji generator. Public? I mean, there's nothing important in public. I don't know why. Why I opened this. Source. Icons, assets, lib, store, and worker. I think these are the important stuff. TS6 this is React, right? Footer, file input, app. So use effect, if I'm not mistaken, I mostly work in Angular. So if I'm not mistaken, use effect triggers on initial render, and when we change one of these properties, let me double check. Let me make sure this is the truth. Where the fuck are you? Where's my chat GPT gone? Where is my chat GPT gone? It's not here. Close. When does use effect trigger initial render? It always runs once after the component initial render. I know this. On dependency changes, if you provide a dependency array, it will trigger every time the value. I'm a genius. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So when does use effect trigger on initial render and on dependency changes, which, yeah, I already knew this. So if we have a mode, the message API triggers saying hello fellow hedgehog fan. I have no idea what this is. What's a hedgehog mode? Loops, number of frames, deal with it. What's a hedgehog mode, my man? Okay. I have no idea when this is triggered. Then we have some functions. We have a okay. So I mean, this is the app. App.tsx. It's not. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that complex. So what else do we have? Input image, glasses draggable, settings drawer, size handle. What is this? This is the lib folder. It has a glasses.ts, which I assume just handles the position of the glasses here, right? Yeah, I don't think it does anything else here. Bum, bum, bum. has these settings, these configuration settings for the glasses. It can change size. It gets the aspect ratio. Okay, what does this do? So it gets the size from here and the device set. Okay, to get the aspect ratio. Fine and okay. Store. Oh yeah, fuck. I've completely forgot how stores work. I mean I know, but I'm like completely out of it. I haven't worked in like 2 years in a state management app, so I completely forgot how stores and I know that they have slices now and substores or something like this. At least in Redux. I don't know for other state management libraries. Oh, I want to see this. So this is the glasses draggable. It's a function. Where do you end? So it has attributes, listeners, the reference node, I think. Transform. It gets the idea of the glasses. Again, I'm just thinking about it out loud. So what does it do? It updates the sub. Use bound story. What does this do? What is the use bound store? The use bound store hook is typically used with Zustand, a lightweight state management library for React. This hook enables you to connect components to a shared state or store. So it's not Redux, it's Zustand. Where the fuck are you, Zustand? No, it's not. It's store index.ts. Wait. Store index. It is Zustand. I think this is a German word, right? Word. Zustand. It means condition, yeah.
Zustand.
I know a bit of German. I'm something of a German myself. I'm not a German, but I know a bit of it. Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna stop here. And I'm gonna continue. This is gonna be the first time that I'm gonna continue everything that I have opened here. But I need to take a leak and I'll come back. I promise. I'll come back. Let me just shut down the mic so you don't hear me leaking in my toilet bowl. Sorry. So see you in 2-3 minutes maybe. Bye bye.